Welcome to another episode of Career Conversations. Today we have the pleasure of speaking with Martin Varrand. He's got 10 years experience in marketing and 8 years of that in iGaming and some in crypto. So welcome, Martin. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you. It has been a long time we saw each other, and yeah, we worked together in a company, which was my first experience with iGaming. Many years have passed, and yeah, it's very nice to see you.
Same here. Okay, so let's dive into your career journey. Can you tell us a bit about yourself and what you're doing right now?
Yeah, so I've been focusing on my own ventures, if you will. So I am running a company called Marketing Minds, which does actually many things. I started building a startup in the crypto gaming space. So basically, it's a platform that connects crypto casino streamers, crypto influencers with crypto casinos. Having worked in the crypto sector now for around 4 years, I've seen a lot of pain points both sides are facing, and yeah, basically the idea came to be from a real life problem, and yeah, I have been working on this now. So it's a little bit early to say what it will be, but essentially it's something that crypto casinos are able to find better streamers easily and that are scam free, and they can manage all the streamers in one place. So it's basically like an affiliate platform where you can kind of manage everything, but also find the influencers, and it also makes life easier for the streamers. And also I'm working with crypto casinos from marketing point of view, so helping to launch new brands and consulting around the marketing, sales, and branding, which is something I've been kind of doing for the years in the iGaming, and I'm really passionate about till this day.
Wow, okay, very interesting. Can you just tell us your story? I always ask every single person that I interview, to tell us a little bit about the story, how they got into iGaming.
Yeah, I worked in a digital marketing agency, and my role there was to design new digital marketing products to sell for small and medium sized businesses. And I was like very much into the paid social media side, SEO, and basically I was kind of approached from a gaming company to become their country manager. Had no idea about the iGaming industry whatsoever. Had never played a game or placed a bet or a few times played the poker, but that's it. And it was the company we both worked together. In fact, I'm based in Estonia, in Tallinn, and the company was also operating mainly in Baltics. So it was very good starting point for myself. I met a lot of really good people that I still talk to this day, that were the mentors for myself into the industry, that kind of showed me how things are working or from a very basic level. And yeah, it's once I entered the industry, I had never looked back and never even considered doing anything else really.
Yeah, I like the people in the industry. That most of them, at least that I've met, they're so friendly and welcoming, and always there to help you. You've throughout your career in iGaming, you were employee number 4 at Hit Gaming, right? Can you take us through if someone's going to start a new crypto casino, kind of what were the best customer acquisition channels?
Yeah, so obviously it goes so much into building a crypto casino business than acquisition. I would say that acquisition is something that kind of elevates and amplifies the product, the brand, and everything that you have. But and if you have it all right, and also have very good acquisition strategy, and then you say might have a chance for success. When it comes to acquisition in crypto casino, it's definitely fairly different than in traditional licensed operators. I sometimes think about the years I worked in Betson Group with managing BetSafe and Betson brands in regulated markets, and the life was so different. Back then, it was most of issues revolved around budget, to have enough budget to do the marketing activities you really believed are needed to do. In crypto, it's budget is not that much of a problem rather than what to do with the budget. So it's very easy to make wrong decisions and burn a lot of money. And when it comes to mistakes, then definitely there are several. And for example, being very much focused on one channel or few channels, and going all in on these, because if you're very reliant on one traffic source, it's um, usually something that doesn't work out. So, for example, if a lot of new operators launch and they go all in on affiliates, and in crypto casino, the affiliates are not really that effective, maybe as they are in fiat. In crypto affiliation, it's very easy to burn money without getting much in return. Um, Another mistake that's being made is that overlooking long-term strategies and going all in on the short-term strategies. So long-term, I mean, you're not really investing into the brand and investing into something that kind of pays you dividends long after. So instead, you go into the short-term strategies as affiliates, and as soon as you stop paying CPA, or you stop paying fixed fees, you're not getting any traffic. So you have to kind of balance between both strategies. And yeah, thirdly, I would say that in crypto, there are a lot of very complex strategies that work, and you really need to understand the crypto audience and where they spend their times. It's you won't attract them with I don't know, Facebook ads, or again, like affiliates and more traditional activities. So you have to look into more Web3 type of channels, and really know where they spend their time, and kind of what is the language they speak. It's definitely very different beast, and I don't think there are enough experts, or kind of people who know that area well enough. And yeah, it's compared to how quickly crypto gaming is growing, how many new operators coming to the market, I would say every day, then yeah, there isn't enough expertise to help them grow effectively from the acquisition side. When it comes to crypto, people tend to be in communities where they talk with like-minded people, and they exchange ideas and etc. So definitely building your own community is worth doing. But again, also with this, it's not as easy as many might think. So first of all, you have to have a strong strategy of how you get the players or people into your community, what type of content you provide that's valuable to your audience. And really, there aren't many operators who do the community well. So everyone knows that you kind of need a community or a channel in either Telegram or Discord and etc. But it's to do it well, and something that is kind of paying you back in long term as well. It's difficult, because it's all about providing value, and it's hard to provide value if you don't have the brand strategy well in place, or you don't do anything unique, or that's kind of value adding to your.
Okay. Can you share specific, I don't know, campaign or approach that worked for you?
Yes, all the ones that really um kind of I remember well are that are really integrated and 360. So meaning that you all use all the resources for the benefit of the result, right? So you don't do things in silos, but let's say you have a sponsorship asset or ambassador asset, and you create a lot of strategies around it. So if I take a specific example from BetSafe, when I worked with the brand in Baltics, then we had a famous rally driver in Estonia. We were the who was the ambassador for our brand, and basically we created a lot of exclusive content with the ambassador, like podcasts, vlogs, exclusive interviews, and they were really interesting for the overall audience in Estonia, but also news. Every piece we created got picked up by a PR, which brought us a lot of backlinks, which benefited the SEO. We used the asset in the media buy in programmatic social media that got us higher click-through rates, higher conversion rates by using the asset well in our campaigns and content. It also grew the retention rate and the brand loyalty. So everyone benefited from these activities. Is it SEO, paid media, social media, affiliates, and etc. So all the success stories are similar to this, that you kind of create something that benefits everyone and makes bigger, that drives the acquisition, lower CPAs and better retention rates. So this is something I always aim for with the brands I work with. Obviously, it's difficult if you are starting new crypto casino, because first you might not have these resources from the beginning, because you have to, and also very difficult it is to balance the acquisition short term and the long term, which is brand investment in the beginning, because you need to drive results immediately to gain the traction and gain the user base. And at the same time, you want to invest also in the long term to invest into brand and even the search volume for your branded keywords that brings you the free traffic and usually the most valuable traffic from Google or direct. It's a balance game between these two, and it's when we started our brand in hit gaming, it, it was a challenge in that sense. And for me, as I'm very much big on brand building, it was definitely an area that I focused, and we created unique brand assets and very precise brand strategy with the proper identity, USPs, everything around that. That's kind of also framework that I'm developing and using today. Is that whenever I start working with a brand, it all starts from a brand foundation that we set what are the brand values. Then we go into the brand personality, and in the end, we develop the brand identity. And I think if you have these things really, really detailed in place, everyone internally understands what we are doing, what's the brand we are building. Then you only can start taking it outside and kind of explain it to your audience. So I think that's really, really the key here for successful campaigns, that you have to have the brand story and everything in place in detail, and only then you can start kind of explaining it to the outside and building a strategy that how you attract customers and also retain them.
Very good points that you mentioned. So let's talk about a team. When you're recruiting for a team, as you said, you're the mastermind behind the brand, so you're going to come up with the unique selling point, with the story behind it. But and then you mentioned something very important, that you need to communicate that to everybody, so that, each one in their own department know what to focus on, they know what to say, they know what's important, and they know the brand story inside and out. So you're starting at a new company and you're doing well and you're growing. So you're going to start recruiting for a team. What are the key qualities and skills that you look for in marketing professionals?
So yeah, if I were to hire a marketing team in crypto casino, and especially from the start, I would primarily focus on two roles in the beginning. One would be like partnerships manager, who would take care of partnerships as a whole. Is it streamers, influencers, KOLs, tipsters, and also the affiliates, again, this is like a more difficult area, especially getting listed on the better performing bigger crypto affiliates from the start as a new brand. And the other area would be like social media slash community manager who would design the strategy for the social media, but also community, namely like Telegram, perhaps maybe Discord if there is a good strategy behind. Uh, with these two roles, it's already doable if you're yourself, let's say you're head of marketing, you can do the branding part and uh, find partners to maybe do some media buying here and there and SEO, etc. So it's definitely doable with a with a smaller team in the beginning. And the other area is how I would hire these people is like many times the iGaming experience is not that important in crypto gaming, because first of all, there isn't like a lot of crypto iGaming expert in a specific marketing area. Like for example, if I want to find the partnerships manager, to find person who has managed partnership streamers for crypto casino brand, it's fairly difficult to find such a person. So here I would say the iGaming experience is not that important. Whereas like if you can find strong partnership manager with a crypto background who has worked with crypto influencers and KOLs in the past and has has contacts in this area, it's important. So yeah, it's for me always the most important area has been the personality and the drive. So I think my best hires have all been people who are very junior, but they have a big motivation and ambition to grow, and they are hungry. And with these people, I'm being the most proud of. So yeah, for me, it's always I want to find the kind of the sparkle in the eye.
Nice. Okay, you mentioned media buying. What platforms do you use for media buying? Um,
Yeah,
crypto?
it's also quite tricky. Right? It's very costly, and it's difficult to find good like a good CPAs and also media buys kind of like let's say 50% branding and 50% acquisition. When you do branding in crypto casino, you have to be really focused on a market. You want to build this awareness, and most time in the beginning, it's very costly to do. So when we talk about channels, I would say that programmatic is one where you can target effectively crypto interested people and audiences. And the other area perhaps is different crypto specific networks like Coinsia, where you can place your ads directly in crypto related websites and target the people.
Okay.
But yeah, to be honest, it's an area where I haven't seen, let's say, a CPA that would make the channel profitable. So you really have to balance between the branding and acquisition, and set the like the CPA levels you are really happy with, and also take into account that it kind of results into the branding. And you can't, one thing with media buy is what I want to mention is that you can't really track the last click. So you have to, in order to evaluate the channel performance, you also have to take into account the this direct traffic it might bring, or the increase in branded searches that it increases. So it has a bigger effect than just the direct.
So, Martin, okay, thank you. And let's talk about trends. So, the industry is rapidly changing. How would you stay ahead of the technological trends in emerging areas like crypto gaming?
Yeah. So first of all, crypto gaming, I think everyone knows it, and it's no surprise that it's growing super fast, and mainly the big players, like the top 5, top 10 players, are who's driving the growth. And taking majority of the market size from the crypto gaming. So just an example that stake it processes around 1.1 billion in deposits, crypto deposits per month, and already the crypto casino is taking around 20 to 25% of the market share globally in the gaming. It's it considering the last few years growth or last 5 years growth, the trajectory is through the moon, and it's definitely the most, in my opinion, the most exciting area in iGaming at the moment. That being said, it's more and more difficult to be successful in crypto casino if you are a new operator, because first of all, one of the trend is that all these white label casino platforms are making it so easy to to start a crypto casino today. So you basically can do it with a few days or even less, putting your logo and colors to a platform and have a turnkey solution, and you have a working casino. But what it creates is that all these casinos go after these marketing channels like affiliates and so on, pushing the prices high, but in the same time they all look the same. They don't have anything unique. They have the same games, they have the same experience, and they're creating this really big pool of sameness. And that's kind of what's making it more difficult to start out, especially if you don't invest into your brand, invest into the content that you put out. So the winners are those who are able to innovate and do something like out of the ordinary, creating something new. Like for example, creating exclusive experience for the players. So for example, when Stake came out with the originals that are these like a big vertical for crypto casinos with a high RTP of 99%, everyone started to copy it, and right now like it's already easy to make the original games, and it's not that much of a differentiator anymore. I think when we look at the future of the crypto gaming, then a lot of operators, they want less reliance on third party providers and game providers, because it's the same library that everyone else has. So you kind of you want to build your own games in house, make them more unique, have your own unique IP to the games. So that's definitely a differentiator in crypto that's going to lead the way. And the bigger players like Rubat, Shuffle, Stake, PC Game, they all are massively focusing on that to create their own games that are different, either in mechanics or branding and visuals and bonusing structure. And yeah, the other area is that everyone are pushing for the speed. So the crypto player is a younger audience. They are tech savvy. They are already experienced. They know what they want. One of the areas that they push operators to look at is speed. So first of all, crypto enables fast transactions. Your winnings are paid out really fast. Your deposits land on the wallet really fast. The other thing is bonusing has to be fast. So instant rake back. So whenever you play, you can claim your rake back instantly. So that's one of the areas which is very true to the crypto gaming. And yeah, also the gameplay, it has to be fast when we talk about the originals or rockets and different games. So the fast gameplay is something that really kind of
Crash
players
games.
like crash games, exactly. And yeah, also what is really, really important and more important every day is the social elements in the gaming experience. So today it's players, and especially the crypto generation of players, they don't want to sit in a slot machine where they are alone there. They're just playing with the computer. So this is not interesting anymore. The crypto players, they want the social elements in there. So you don't want to play shared games where you kind of again you play the crash game or something and you see all the other players placing their bets, how much they place. You can communicate with players, so you have the chat feeds in casinos. Also, obviously, the streaming part is really, really big in crypto, where you want to watch people play and also comment and play together with them. So all this social aspect is so important in crypto, and it's only getting more important. So it's the area where a lot of innovation happens, and a lot of cool new brands coming to the market with new products on that area.
Interesting. On the streaming side, is there like software already that exists? Or
I think they do. Yeah, absolutely.
like,
One of the more innovative example, for example, is Hype.bet, who is also pioneering that area where you as a streamer or influencer, you register with the platform and you can open your own room where you stream and you can invite players and play with a shared pool. And when you win, you share the wins with your audience, and the audience can tip you as a streamer, and anyone can become a streamer in hype.bet and stream and create their own room and invite their friends and etc. So it's very clever way of the social aspects, but also a word of mouth and that aspect to lower the acquisition cost and everything. There is more and more software on that area, definitely, and it's just the beginning. Also, like obviously, Kick is a massive player in the crypto casino industry, where it allows all that kind of streaming of crypto casinos to happen and grow as well. So it's becoming a massive player next to the Twitch. Why I started with this streaming platform, because doing marketing for crypto casinos, I see that streamers is one of the most effective marketing channel in terms of acquisition, player engagement, and also brand building. But it's super difficult to find and scale streamers, and especially because of there's also a lot of scam in that area. So there are streamers who have incentivized traffic, bot followers, etc., and they're also asking a lot of money. So that's what drove me to build a platform where we only have verified streamers who are willing to work with the crypto brands. And also this from the streamer side, this facilitates the growth of streamers. So anyone can join the platform. If you're a new streamer, you can join the platform. You can start streaming for a casino. You can grab the affiliate link right there, and you can track your revenues. You can track also crypto casinos can track their streamers and how much they have streamed, and etc. So make it all scalable and easy to manage streamers without scam, and doing it in a scalable way. Because if you're an operator and you have 10 streamers, then it's a lot of work. But now imagine if you have 100 streamers, so you either have 10 account managers for streamers, where you set them up, this IOs, send them tracking links, send them playing funds, or you use that platform where you can manage them easily from one place, and it does a lot of work for you.
interesting. It's definitely going to be big then for you. I wish you good luck with your venture.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm fairly close with many of the bigger crypto operators as well. And by demoing the platform to them, I received a lot of positive feedback. So definitely there is a need. It's just a matter of creating a valuable platform that works well and solves the issues, because the issues are there, and demand for good streamers is growing, and also the amount of streamers is growing. So just need a place where you can connect them to.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we've reached the end of our interview. Thank you so much for your time, Martin.
It was pleasure.
Have a nice
Thank you for
day.
inviting. Thank you for inviting. Nice to see you over a
Okay.
long time.
Here. Same here. See you. Bye
Okay,
bye.
bye.